Now, there is such a thing as actually being house poor, and this is something that I was. I was so house poor when I think it was like 25 when I bought my first house to live in, and I'm gonna share with you how not to do this and actually do it right. See, now, when I was 25, I bought my first house to live in. I was so house poor, but because I bought it for like $260,000 and I was only making like $40,000 a year. I mean, very, very little amount. I had to get tenants or basically roommates come in, like friends, live with me to be able to pay for this mortgage. Now, I want to show you how not to do this. I also want to show you how to invest in real estate. Now, I literally am house wealthy. I have 30 plus rental properties that make me money every single month. I want to show you how to do it. Hey guys, my name's Dustin Heiner with Master Passive Income. I want to show you how to quit that JOB, that just over broke job, by investing in real estate rental properties so you never, ever have to work a job again. Now, don't forget to subscribe, and I want to give you so much great insights on how to invest in real estate. Now, in being house poor, what that basically means is most of your income, most of the money that you make goes to paying on your house. Let's say you have a $2,000 mortgage, but you're only making $3,000 a month. Well, 2/3 of your entire money is going to, of your paycheck, of the money you make every single month, is going to your house. I was literally in that place. And as I was penciling this out, I realized I was house poor. And I thought, how am I going to get out of this? What am I going to do? You know, if I sold my house, where am I going to live? Well, here's the big thing, that as I was going through the thought of being house poor was eventually the recession hit, or the crash, the real estate bubble in 2008 hit. And I literally lost $150,000 in equity in my house. So even though it was up to $350,000, I bought it for $260,000. I think it got up to like $335,000, maybe $350,000, and no way it was worth that. But then it crashed. It went down to $150,000. I had to short sell my first house, my first home that I actually bought to live in. I had to short sell it for $150,000, $100,000 less than I bought it for, took out my down payment, all that sort of stuff. It wasn't very, very fun. But looking back now, it was a bad house to buy. I should not have bought that house. I was not taught how to not be house poor. Now, the way to not be house poor is to be house wealthy. That is where you have more of your income not going towards your mortgage or your rent. Well, rent wouldn't be house poor because you don't own a house. But if majority of your money goes to your mortgage or the expenses of your house, that's including your taxes, your insurance, your water, utilities, all that sort of stuff. If you add all that up, if that's taking up a lot of your income, then you're definitely house poor. And also, if your equity drops and you don't have any equity in your property, you are also house poor. Now, this is going to be a hard pill to swallow. What I would do is sell the house. If you are house poor, sell the house, get out of it. Hopefully, you're not going to take a hit, like you're going to lose money. Sell the house, get into something less expensive. And here's the reason why. I love buying real estate that makes me money. But if I did not have cash, if I did not save money, if I was house poor, all my money went to this mortgage and went to this house, and I wasn't able to save money to buy another house to rent out, I wouldn't be able to buy that house. Now, what's great was I was eventually able to get out of that mortgage, and then I started saving money. I realized, oh my goodness, I can't ever do that again. I can't be house poor. I need to be house wealthy. So what I decided to do was start saving 10% a month. And I have another video where I talk about how much money you should save every single month in order to be wealthy. Check in the description below. And bottom line is, pay yourself first, 10% a month in your pocket as a savings account to then buy an investment property. From there, once you have sold that house, once you've got out of that big debt, all that much money out, it's like I said, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow. It was hard for me to swallow it, but now that I'm done with it, I'm so glad that it happened to me. Now, you take all that money and you start saving it. You don't go and just spend it on something else. You save it. You save money to where then you could buy a property. Now, I teach people how to invest in real estate, and my one-on-one students, I don't take on anybody to teach them how to buy their first property unless they have $10,000 or more in savings, not just emergency fund, because they need an emergency fund in order to have money to be able to pay for expenses if they lose their job or something like that. This is just money for savings. That's for investing. If they don't have $10,000, I can't take them on because it's so much work to buy houses with low and no money down. Now, it's absolutely possible, but it's very, very hard work. Now, if and when I do turn down a student for coaching because they don't have enough money, I don't just turn them away and say, good luck. What I do is I tell them, you got to do some certain things to get ready to be investing. So this is like a free coaching call for you. What I want you to do is I want you to cut your expenses. These are common sense things, but really, you need to hear it. Cut your expenses so you can save more money. Number 2, increase your income. Maybe drive for Uber, maybe get a pizza route, or deliver pizzas or something like that. Start a blog, start a podcast, start getting passive income. Increase your income. Then you need to get rid of debt. Start cutting out debt. And I have loads of videos on how to get out of debt. Check the description for those videos. But I want to show you how to get out of debt too. So get out of debt and save $10,000. I have so many students that talk to me, like let's say March of 1 year. They talk to me and I say, well, you're not ready for investing. I want to help you, but you got to do those things. Cut your expenses, increase your income, get out of debt, and save for investing. If you do these things, come back to me when you have $10,000 and I will absolutely help you. And what's great is the students come back a year later, 6 months or a year later. They say, Dustin, I did this, and this. I have $10,000 saved up. I have an emergency fund. I'm ready to invest. I'm like, perfect. You are awesome. You work so hard. I know you're going to be successful. And they go on to build businesses that buy properties that makes them money every single month in passive income. And so this is what you want to do in thinking about being house poor. Analyze, are you paying more money than you should? And a good ratio would be if you're paying over 70% of your income, that's definitely way too much. Even 50%. If 50% of your income goes to your house, you should be alarmed. Anything below 50 is probably pretty good. So what I would suggest, if you're 50 and above, think about getting a new house or living someplace else that cuts your expenses. If it's below 50, you're probably pretty good shape. So what I would strongly suggest is analyze that. Really just go really hard at looking at your numbers. See if you are house poor or if you are house rich. Then what you're gonna do, like I said, cut your expenses, increase your income, save for investing, and get out of debt. Once you do all those things, we can then invest in real estate. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I give you guys so many great things on how to invest in real estate, and also get my free course, masterpassiveincome.com/free course. It's in the description as well. So you guys check out this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.